Anna put the storybook aside. The children were finally asleep. She quietly, and to each of them, stroked their heads, carefully adjusted the blanket, and kissed them. She left the nightlight on. The babies might wake up in the night and be frightened. She closed the door carefully behind her and went into the kitchen. The day was coming to an end, and she could rest from her troubles. She drank tea, glancing at the clock from time to time. Midnight came, and her husband was still gone. Poor thing, thought the woman. He works all day long, and the children don't see him at all. They miss him. When I heard the front door slam, I hurried into the hallway. She glanced at herself in the mirror. The reflection of a pretty young woman in a tracksuit looked back at her. Noticing a dirty stain on her jacket, she tried to wipe it off, but waved her hand. She hurried off, adjusting her clothes as she went, her hair carelessly tucked into a disheveled bun. The husband was leaning against the wall, trying to remove his shoes. At last he succeeded, straightened up, and looked at his wife with a hazy look. "Beloved, here I am," joyfully announced André, opening his arms. "André, are you drunk?" Not believing his eyes, surprised Anna. "What is it?" "I have the right at the end of the day with my buddies to relax, but you don't drink. And today, you decided to change your principles." "Yeah. I'm damn tired. Working all the time." He yawned loudly, swayed and almost fell, but held himself up. "So you and your coworkers went to a bar to relieve the tension. You have nothing to blame me for. I did come home after all." He chuckled. "Didn't stay at a bar or a buddy's house, or perhaps even buddies. The choice depends on the fullness of the glass poured, and I know my ration, so the navigator led me home." "Poor me, he's still joking." She hugged her husband and led him into the kitchen. "Come on, I'll feed you first, and then I'll help you undress and put you to bed. You're our breadwinner. You can't work so hard. You don't know how to rest." "No, I don't want to eat." We had a snack, smoked chicken wings with cognac or good, and went straight to bed. He hiccuped and, swaying, went into the bedroom. Anna helped her husband to undress and put him to bed. In a minute he was already asleep, smiling and sweetly slurping in his sleep. The woman looked at her husband lovingly. "My darling." She fixed her unruly hair, smoothed the wrinkle between her eyebrows. "Would cognac help you relax? And I'd give you a massage. Rest, my love. Gain strength." Gently kissing her husband, she returned to the kitchen. She still had to clean everything up, prepare clothes for the children for tomorrow, and think of something tasty to treat her husband to for breakfast. "Good morning, darling." Anna greeted her husband. She was already bustling about in the kitchen. "Breakfast is ready. Sit down at the table." "Oh, how appetizing it smells." André wrinkled his nose, holding his head. "We had a good meal last night. Maybe we shouldn't work so hard. Someone has to provide for the family. We have enough to do, and the kids don't see you at all, and I don't either." She tried to kiss her husband, but he shivered and rose from his chair, finishing his chew as he went. "What's been going on with you lately? You're hardly ever home." "Yeah, I'm working like an ox to make sure you everything." "And you still wanted one child," she rebuked wife. "And I'm sick of all these diapers, sleepless nights. I want to go to work. I'm waiting for the kids to grow up and go to kindergarten." "There's your job." André nodded toward the nursery. "Who's going to watch the house? After all, my mom can help, and my mother-in-law could babysit, too." Anna reasoned, serving the table. The children poured out of the room and swarmed around their father. "Would my grandmother be able to handle such a horde? Not forgetting that my mother loves to travel. For her to refuse another trip abroad would be tantamount to of death." He smiled, lifting each child in turn into his arms and kissing the rosy cheeks. His daughter, 2-year-old Lena, sat on his lap. "And yet I wouldn't mind if we had another girl." "I don't even want to hear about it," Anna said angrily. "I hope you haven't forgotten that it's my birthday soon." "Birthdays? I remember. A present from me." André kissed his wife carelessly and hurried off to work. "That's it. Kids, Daddy has to go earn money. See you tonight." After seeing her husband off, Anna called her mother. "Mom, good morning. Could you come to us?" Elena Nikolaevna was at her daughter's in an hour. After rubbing her grandchildren, who happily dragged their grandmother to the nursery to show her new toes, she rebuked Anna. "When will you already change your clothes to more decent, always unbrushed, without makeup?" "Mom, I'm so comfortable." The woman objected, looking at her home costume. "Look, my knees are drawn up, my jacket is stained with mush, I'm pale, and I have circles under my eyes. That's from lack of sleep. Looking at herself in the mirror, Anna said, the children will grow up, and I will definitely take care of myself. I do not understand why you had a third child at once. At least a couple of years to wait. Andriusha still wants a girl. Mother frightened aghast. But I said a firm no, and right. Live a little for yourself. You don't go out anywhere. It's all just the house and the kids. You're a young, interesting woman. What have you turned into? A homebody. Aren't you afraid your husband will find someone more attractive? Why does he always stay late at work? Have you ever wondered? How can you say that about Andre? Anna was indignant. We love each other. We have children. He just works a lot. By the way, Mom, I was just about to ask you. I've got a lot of work to do. It's my birthday in a few days. I want to have a romantic dinner. Just me and Andre. If you take the kids with you, I can count on you. Good. But be sure to buy a new dress, not in this outfit with her husband sitting by candlelight. She pointed to a stretched-out suit. I think I will, although I don't like to spend money on myself, because Andre has to carry the whole family on his own. He, of course, does not spare money, but I am ashamed to go to him once more. 6 months ago I bought this suit at a sale. No one sees me at home anyway. Do you really think your husband would be pleased to see you like this? To be seen disheveled? Go shopping. Look for something for yourself. Mom, don't start. I'm buying a new dress, and if you don't mind, I'm going right now. I have to buy something else for dinner. Talking to her mother, Anna dressed quickly. Children, obey your grandmother. Don't be. Mommy will be back soon. Leaving the kids in the care of Elena Nikolaevna, she went shopping for clothes. After buying groceries, Anna went to a clothing store. I'm completely behind fashion, puzzled Anna thought. Looking at the goods, if you would be so kind. She turned to the smiling girl who rushed towards her as soon as she saw the interest in her eyes. I need a dress for a romantic dinner. You have a great figure. She looked at the customer appraisingly, said the salesman. Let's find something, the girl suggested and took Anna to the fitting room. Smiling at her reflection in the mirror, Anna tried on one dress after another. How can I choose if I like them all? She thought as she put on another one. Honey, look, doesn't this dress suit you? Anna heard a woman's voice in the next stall. Honey, you beautiful. Anna went cold. The man's voice belonged to her husband. There was no doubt about that. The man continued. I can already imagine taking it off of you. From behind the thin partition came the sound of a kiss. A woman's muffled laughter. Anna stood neither alive nor dead, afraid of being discovered. You are such a naughty boy. Playfully the woman spoke, slapping her lover's hands playfully. Anna clearly heard every movement, every word. I want you right now. Andre spoke passionately, his breath hitched. The sounds of struggle were heard. Not here. Someone might come in. She tried to reason with her ardent lover, a stranger, giggling coquettishly. While I'm trying on an evening dress, you'd better pick a decent outfit for your wife, because she's walking around a pussy, wearing the same tracksuit. It's her birthday coming up. Make a woman happy. She be fine. She's all about the kids. They don't care what she wears, as long as she feeds them, changes their diapers and puts their toys away. They care what she wears around the house. All I care about is that you're always beautiful and dressed in comfortable clothes that are easy to take off. And underneath, erotic lingerie, or better yet, no lingerie. Behind the partition, I could hear sniffling, giggling. Anna crumpled the thin fabric of her dress and clamped her fists over her mouth to keep from letting out the sobs that burst forth. Her heart was torn with resentment and pain. She refused to believe that her beloved husband was having fun with his mistress. Andre, you're making me blush. With difficulty catching her breath, the woman spoke cheerfully. And yet, I wonder what you will give her. Andre, Anna repeated to herself. The last ghostly hope that it was not him. Just a similar voice collapsed. I'll give her some kind of multi-cooker or bread maker. Let her be happy. She spends most of her time in the kitchen anyway. I'm a caring husband. He laughed, making all the arrangements for her comfort. Her, by the way, not unlike you. She's a good cook, but you're irresistible in bed. There's the sound of a kiss. Her pale skin makes me sick. I always think of your body, bronzed with tan and hot with passion. Anna as if she'd been doused with ice water. She tried to make as little noise as possible while she tried on the dress, listening to the voices in the dressing room next door. Ooh, you're so obnoxious. She is, after all, the mother of your children, laughed the girl. That's right, sighed the man. That's why I have to live with her. But my heart is always with you. Even in bed, making love to her, I think only of you." "Who's pouting? I hope you won't be jealous of me. I'm going to buy you this beautiful dress. Oh, my God. It looks great on you. And you'll forgive me." I heard the sound of kissing again. "And if my wife asks where you spend your money?" capriciously asked the stranger. "Multivarka and bread maker cannot cost so much." She giggled again. "Why on earth would I have to account for where I spend my money? I'm the one who works, and she's home on everything. I'm the one who gives her a certain amount of money for the household, and that's it. Let her thank me for that, too. She's never been interested in how much I make. I'll take this, I think." "You're so sweet." The voices began to drift away. Anna cautiously peeked out of her fitting room. It was her beloved husband was standing at the cash register with some blonde and paying for his purchases. After paying, he turned to her and, without shying away from the cashier, kissed the girl right on the lips. The woman sank down tiredly on the soft poof in the fitting room, dropping her hands impotently in her lap. She stared at the pile of dresses and noticed nothing around her. How much time passed, she didn't know, until the heavy drape was pulled back and the girl consultant asked in a sympathetic tone, "Woman, are you all right? You've been sitting here a long time. Can I help you?" "I'm sorry," Anna said, coming to her senses. "It's all right. Will you be taking anything?" Yes, I'll take everything," said the woman, handing the seller a dress. Anna thought, sitting in the car, not daring to move. My Andre, for whom I am ready to give my life, is dating another woman." She dropped her head on the steering wheel and cried helplessly. Her shoulders were flinching. "Why?" she asked herself and found no answer. "We've been doing well. We've been together for so many years. I wonder how long they have been dating." "Well, show me your new clothes," demanded her mother when Anna returned home, laden with packages. "Oh, did you really decide to buy a few? Come on, guys. Sit down comfortably." The children obediently sat down on the couch. "Let's have a pre-holiday fashion preview." "Mom, not now," the woman asked, barely restraining herself from crying and complaining about the family happiness that had collapsed overnight. "I'm tired. I have to feed the boys. I'll decide what dress I'm going to wear." "Well, as you wish." Elena Nikolaevna took offense. "Mommy, don't be angry with me." She kissed her mother's cheek conciliatingly. "I really do have a lot to do, I swear," Anna promised as she walked her to the door. "You'll have a chance to evaluate my choice." The woman fed the children lunch and put them to bed. She had about 2 hours to be alone with her thoughts. "How could I be so blind and not notice that Andre has changed lately?" She scolded herself and immediately answered, "I didn't expect such betrayal from him. I couldn't even think that he could deceive me. The shame was not that he had been unfaithful to me, but that he had made me look like a grandmother in front of his mistress, who, apart from the fact that he was a woman, pots and pans, floors, diapers and bathrobes are all I need. He was the one who insisted that I do nothing but take care of him, the children and the house. And how happy he was when we had 3 children one after another. I also dreamed of a 4th, rascal." Anna cried. "I loved him so much, idolized him, and he trampled our feelings with his dirty feet. I will never forgive him." Anna wiped her tears resolutely. "I'll file for divorce and let him go to his long-legged blonde." I resolutely went into the office, sat down at the desk, opened my laptop and started writing my application. "What's in it for me?" suddenly struck her. "Well, I'll file for divorce, he'll go to his mistress, and I'll be left with my children without means of subsistence. Alimony, it's probably a pittance. What are we gonna live on?" "Don't be hot." She talked herself into it. "I don't want to give him a reason to enjoy the thought that I'm totally dependent on him. I should get a job and then tell him go to hell." She finally made a decision. "Darling, I'm home," she heard Anna say. In the household chores, she completely lost track of time and did not expect to see her husband before midnight. "How I missed you." Andre reached up to kiss her. Hypocrite, Anna thought with hatred, dodging the caress. "Where are my little ones?" He went into the nursery without noticing his wife's mood. "You're surprisingly early. Did you manage to finish all your work on time?" With a sneer Anna said. "Decided I'd had enough for today, reproaching myself for not seeing the children and often being late. I've had enough for the day," the woman thought grudgingly. Surprisingly, it did not hurt her at all. All the feelings she had felt for her husband evaporated completely. How could I have been so wrong about him? She pondered, always attentive, alert, not realizing what he was missing. In an instant, he had become a stranger to her. The only thing she worried about was that he would want intimacy and she wouldn't be able to give it to him. It's disgusting to go bed with a man who just recently cuddled another man. I wonder if he'll give her the same kind of affectionate words. Or invent new ones. That the husband, apparently, got everything from his mistress and did not pester his wife. He immediately turned on his sigh and fell asleep. And Anna lay awake for a long time. It is strange, she thought. There is nothing at all empty in my soul, not even a no jealousy. How easy it is, it turns out, to cross out the years we've lived together. What shall I do? My heart aching, and I couldn't figure out the right to do. So she lovingly built our home, tried to surround it with care and comfort, and taught the children not to make any noise when Daddy was resting. But he didn't need a quiet harbor at all, but passionate sex with a long-legged blonde. Hot tears flowed from my eyes. Resentment toward her husband made it impossible to think straight. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Anna wiped away her tears, tried to calm down. I need to be strong to get through this pain. I'm responsible for the kids. Tomorrow I'll start looking for a job. After all, I'm an excellent accountant, although I don't have much experience. With these thoughts, she drifted into sleep, hoping it would bring relief. Here we go, Anna said, carefully reread her resume. Now send it to all the agencies and companies and wait. Hopefully, it won't take long. The days of waiting dragged on. Every morning Anne opened her email in the hope of seeing a job invitation. There it is. The woman rejoiced when she read one day the cherished words. We invite you to an interview. So what kind of company is this? Anna got cold. It's the company where Andre works. What should I do? She wondered. Maybe I shouldn't go in. What if I don't get any more of such a lucrative offer? Okay. Why, they're willing to hire me. It's worth a shot. At the same time, I'll see who I've been using my wife's family for. I'd really like to look the separated woman in the eye. Mom. Anna immediately called Elena Nikolayevna. Can you sit with the children tomorrow? I really need to. The woman decided not to say anything to her mother Andre and work until the matter was resolved. Do I really see my daughter? Elena Nikolayevna looked surprised at Anna, dressed in a strict dark blue suit, which favorably emphasized her figure. You can't even say that you are a mother of 3 children. Thank you, Mommy, for the compliment. She kissed her mom. Kids, listen to Grandma. I'll be right back. You haven't told me where you're going, the mother remarked. I won't tell you yet. She lovingly built our home, tried to surround it with care and comfort, and taught the children not to make any noise when Daddy was resting. But he didn't need a quiet harbor at all, but passionate sex with a long-legged blonde. Hot tears flowed from my eyes. Resentment toward her husband made it impossible to think straight. Stop feeling sorry for yourself. Anna wiped away her tears, tried to calm down. I need to be strong to get through this pain. I'm responsible for the kids. Tomorrow I'll start looking for a job. After all, I'm an excellent accountant, although I don't have much experience. With these thoughts, she drifted into sleep, hoping it would bring relief. Here we go, Anna said, carefully reread her resume. Now send it to all the agencies and companies and wait. Hopefully, it won't take long. The days of waiting dragged on. Every morning Anne opened her email in the hope of seeing a job invitation. There it is. The woman rejoiced when she read one day the cherished words. We invite you to an interview. So what kind of company is this? Anna got cold. It's the company where Andre works. What should I do? She wondered. Maybe I shouldn't go in. What if I don't get any more of such a lucrative offer? Okay. Why, they're willing to hire me. It's worth a shot. At the same time, I'll see who I've been using my wife's family for. I'd really like to look the separated woman in the eye. Mom. Anna immediately called Elena Nikolayevna. Can you sit with the children tomorrow? I really need to. The woman decided not to say anything to her mother Andre and work until the matter was resolved. Do I really see my daughter? Elena Nikolayevna looked surprised at Anna, dressed in a strict dark blue suit, which favorably emphasized her figure. You can't even say that you are a mother of 3 children. Thank you, Mommy, for the compliment. She kissed her mom. Kids, listen to Grandma. I'll be right back. You haven't told me where you're going, the mother remarked. I won't tell you yet, Anna replied evasively. I'll come back and we'll talk. The waiting room was full of applicants. Looking at the girls, Anna realized that there's not much chance of her getting any kind of position. They're all the tall, slim, beautiful, young, flashy outfits. She looked like a white with her short stature, hastily styled hair, and strict suit. She casually glanced at the well-groomed hands of the girl sitting next to her and hit her own. They had not seen a manicure for a long time. Pay attention to the boss. The girls were talking among themselves. So handsome. If I get a job, I'll be sure to take care of him. They say he's single. I'm told he has a fiancée, said one. That's out of date, assured another. He caught her with a lover and dumped her. God, Anna thought. What are you thinking? What about the ban on office romances? There are a lot of men here. You can get a good job. The main thing is not to get involved with married men. A dark-haired beauty with a lush buff spoke with a consciousness of the cause. What's the big deal? Objected thin-legged blonde. Just do not overdo it with and not ask for a divorce. He'll propose later when he realizes the difference between me, for example. She rolled her eyes languidly and wiggled her long false eyelashes. She rolled her eyes languidly and flapped her long, luscious eyelashes. And a wife, unkempt, sloppily dressed, who didn't care about erotic games in bed, who put herself on the altar of married life. What kind of wives can compete with us? You're the reason families fall apart, he said. Anna thought with distaste. Is there an Anna Shemayanovna Sotnikova? Suddenly heard the woman. Yes, I'm here. Rabev Rosanna, come in. They are waiting for you. The girl's secretary looked at the applicant devaluatively. The woman read, in her eyes, a frank mockery. Hello. Worriedly, she said. Have a seat. Pointed to a chair. A good-looking man of about 20 years of age. 40. Korea's eyes watched her carefully, as if trying to determine from her appearance whether she was fit to work for their firm. I've reviewed your resume. A prestigious education. University. Faculty of Finance and Economics. But there are disadvantages. Not much experience and small children. The children will go to a kindergarten. I will solve this problem in the near. Anna hurried to explain. And experience will come. I love to learn. Just give me a chance. I would be satisfied with a part-time job. Konstantin Yuryevich shook his head in doubt. The children will start to get sick. Are you sure you can cope? I have someone to help. Grandma will be able to sit with the kids, assured the woman. We could use an employee with your diploma, said the head of the company, thinking carefully. Looking at Anna sitting across from him, he noted the circles under her eyes, the tired look in her deep gray eyes. But despite the traces of a clearly failed family life, she was very attractive. This woman had something in him, and he wanted to protect her, to help her, even to the detriment of his own interests. I'm willing to take the risk of hiring you. I'm tired of dealing with stupid people. Young accountants who can hardly understand numbers and only think about love affairs. Our team consists mostly of men. Then they quickly go on maternity leave, and I have to find a replacement. I see you have a full complement. He grinned as he read the information in the children column. I wonder why she wants to work. And where is her husband? I would never let such a woman work. With interest studying the young mother of 3 children, thought Konstantin. I take you with a trial period. Good. Anna agreed gratefully. Looking at the man, she would be very surprised if she knew what thoughts were going through her boss's head. I'm fine with this option. I'll pay you as an intern for the first time. If your work satisfies me, we'll conclude a contract for long-term cooperation. He looked at her expectantly. Do you agree? Yes, I agree. Anna answered firmly. And again Konstantin noted to himself. She did not object that the small salary, it means that she is really interested in the work. Well, let's see how you show yourself. Go to the personnel department. I give a week solve problems with the placement of children in kindergarten. And then I'll see you at 8:15 in the workplace. Goodbye. Anna flew home as if on wings. Mommy, she shouted from the doorstep. I've been for a job. A job? Elena Nikolaevna exclaimed in surprise. What's the news? What do you need a job for? Don't you have enough to do at home? Does Andrei know about your scheme? Too? Mommy, you just don't worry. Anna tried to calm her mother, who didn't understand. I'm divorcing Andrei. How? Aghast mother, sinking down on the sofa in the living room. Are you crazy? I hope this is a joke. He cheated on me. The woman said with sadness in her voice. Yes, Mom. While I was making borscht, putting the children to bed, sleeping, trying to be a good wife and mother. My dear husband was having fun on the side with another woman. When does he cheat? Mother laughed. He works all the time. What are you making up? Well, he was late at work. He's doing his best for you. He's not working late. He's with his mistress. Wait. Andre, such a decent man. I've never heard a bad word from him. And he loves you. I don't doubt it. What about the children? Myself, she told me that he wanted to have another baby. I don't believe that. That's gossip. Where's the proof? Maybe he's just being talked down to. With hope in his voice, said the mother. I heard and saw it all myself. Maybe you misunderstood. You know, it happens like that, when you think it's God knows what, but in fact it was nothing. Or maybe the girl did it on purpose to slander Andre. Did she call you? No one called me. It all came out completely by accident. They don't even know I'm aware of their love affairs. Wonderful, rejoiced the mother. So much for pretending it never happened. Even if there was a slight flirtation between them, men sometimes allow themselves to do that. Why get a divorce right away? You have children. Think of them. He was picking out her evening gown. Anna told what she had heard and seen in the store. I think, Elena Nikolaevna insisted, you have to get together with Andre to talk. Surely there must be some explanation for this. Mom, they're lovers, and probably have been for a long time. He was just very good at hiding his infatuation with another woman. Or I was a gullible fool, who believed he made up to justify his tardiness at work. I don't want my children, and I'm disgusted to be in bed with him after he's been with someone else. He betrayed our feelings, spit on my soul. They laughed at me, and you're offering to forgive him. Well, mother sighed. It discourage you. I agree. Betrayal is unforgivable. Thanks, Mom. Anya hugged her. Daughter. The woman looked at her. But how will you live? You have 3 children on your hands. He provided everything for you. I don't need anything from him. Will you help me? Of course. Elena Nikolaevna sighed. After all, I am your mother. I was accepted with a probationary period. In a week, the first day of work. The salary, of course, as a trainee, was promised not very much, but it's enough to feed myself and the children. I've written an application to the kindergarten. As soon as the kids are accepted, I'll go full-time. Oh, daughter. Yelena Nikolaevna shook her head. It's going to be hard. It's nothing. I'll manage. But I will not allow my name to be mixed with mud. I will not allow my human dignity to be humiliated. I don't deserve such an attitude. I've been a good wife and mother. You realize if I don't say anything now, it'll only make things worse. We have to end this whole situation at once. What are you gonna tell the kids? When they're little, think of something. When they grow up, I hope they will realize that I could not have done it any other way. On the eve of Anna's birthday, her husband showed up at midnight again, drunk. Honey, I'm sorry. Things were delayed again. He started to justify himself as usual and was very surprised to find his wife's silence. No offense, I promise. This is the last time. Me and the boss. Go sleep it off. Anna didn't let him finish. As you say, my dear. I obey and obey. He tried to joke. Puzzled by his wife's strange behavior, he went straight to the bedroom. The woman went into the room to change her clothes. Come to me. Drunkenly smiling, Andre patted the bed. I want to make love to you. What a pretty robe you have. I haven't seen it. And what's under the robe? He grabbed his wife's wrist with one hand, and with the other he put the other hand behind her back and squeezed her breasts painfully. Don't you dare touch me. Anna burst out, wrapped her robe. Well, why are you offended? So what if I drank a little? Imagine, I'm getting tired. You liked my caresses. Let's not be stubborn. Where are you going? You're my wife and you should sleep with me. With a capricious pout, the man said, I'm disgusted to be in bed with you, Anna said, looking at her husband. Why did I notice only now? There was no tenderness or love in his eyes. She blamed herself. Her husband was not the least bit upset by his wife's strange behavior. He did not even suspect that she was aware of his adventures. After a moment, Andre was already sleeping a peaceful sleep. The morning was gray and rainy. It corresponded to the mood Anna was in. On this day she accepted congratulations, but there was no joy. She was about to have a difficult conversation with her husband. Good morning, my love. Smiling, Andre entered the kitchen. He had already cleaned himself up. He was clean-shaven, washed, shaved and smelled of expensive cologne. He was holding a large box tied with a brightly colored ribbon. I thought a lot about what to give you for your birthday, and decided that a bread maker is an indispensable thing in the kitchen. You will have more time for yourself. I like the gift." With these words he solemnly placed the box on the table and tried to kiss his wife. Anna pulled away and, without even looking at the gift, got up from the chair. "I have a present for you too." "For me?" Andrew was surprised. "You me?" Intrigued. Smiling, he followed his wife into the hallway. "I'm giving you freedom," Anna said calmly, pointing to two suitcases with things. "I do not understand," said Andre confused. "I'm filing for divorce and I'm letting you go to the lovely blonde, your mistress. Now you don't have to make up stories to cover up your leftovers." "How do you know?" mumbled stunned Andre. You've got it all wrong." "Well, yes, a clutchy, as your girlfriend called me. Can't understand the high relationship between a father of 3 children and a young foolish mistress," Anna said mockingly. "Unfortunately, the walls in the fitting room of a fashion boutique are too thin to hide the love games of a father of many children and a flamboyant divorcee. I can't see you." "Take the bread maker." "I don't need it. Give it to your blondie, because now she have to take care of you," she said with a sneer. "Were you following me?" The man tried to be indignant. "I had to. I wanted to be beautiful for you on my birthday, but you, by my luck, came to the same store. If not for that accident, I would still believe that you are the best of men." "Yes, I have another woman," Andre said angrily. "Beautiful and well-groomed, unlike you. You've even forgotten how to put on makeup. You're not interested in anything but your house and children. Even in bed, you don't think about pleasing your husband. And she's hot, passionate, fiery. Look at you. Who needs you? What could you possibly have me? You're living off me. I don't care who or what I buy. It's what I think I need. I don't have to answer to anyone. You have no right to count my money." "Oh, I get it. You're sick of me spending it on someone else. You're just a mercenary sheep. You lived with me for money." "I'm not sorry." Having listened to her husband's tirade, Anna said calmly, "And your money is not you need. And I lived with you because I loved you. It's not a fact that you'll hear your mistress say that she's only interested in money. You're telling me this on purpose to spite me. For your information, she loves me and I'm happy with her. I'm not ashamed to go out in with her. Are you offended that I left you?" "I'm not offended that I realized too late what kind of man you are. You can't put me out like that. I have a right to this apartment. You lost that right when you ended up in bed with another man's woman, especially since it was a wedding gift from my parents. That won't be hard to prove. Go away. I'll see you in court. You'll be sorry you me away," the man threatened. "You expect me to pay alimony? Don't count on it. You'll get pennies. You're legally obliged to support the children." "Sure," laughed. "Only my salary is partly gray, and the alimony will be calculated from the white one. I'll see how long you last on your own. Who's gonna hire you? When was the last time you looked in the mirror? What did you want to keep me with? Kids? I'm a man. I need variety. I'm sick of the same old thing, so live for a change without us." The woman opened the door. "Goodbye. I'll be gone," Andre remarked, picking up the suitcases. "Just as soon as I don't have to beg to come back." He left, heartily slamming the door. "Mom, Dad's gone. What about Are we going to celebrate it?" asked the eldest son. "I will." Barely holding back tears, Anna promised. "We'll go to a cafe. Order something delicious." "Will we go to the park?" Dennis, the middle son, asked enthusiastically. "Today we can go to the park. Did you have a quarrel with Daddy and he won't come anymore?" Looking seriously into his mother's eyes, Ilya asked again. "He doesn't love us anymore. What are you, my little one?" His mother hugged him. "Daddy still loves you. He was angry with me. It had nothing to do with you." "You know what?" Anna said firmly. "I'll call the cafe and make reservation. You guys get ready." The 4 of them walked a lot, visited an amusement park. Anna tried to keep her emotions in check, but her resentment toward her husband burst out. Then she turned away from the children and discreetly wiping away unsolicited tears. The days at work flashed by. The first time was very difficult. Elena Nikolaevna called every now and then and complained about the children. Anna was nervous and made mistakes, and in the evening, after feeding everyone, after reading a bedtime story, falling into bed, unable to even undress, she woke up in the middle of the night, made her bed, and dressed herself, and lay down again until morning. "I've filed for divorce," Anna informed her mother. "You'll have to wait. Don't you have any regrets?" "I try not to think about it. Of course, it's hard. After all, so many years together, but I'm not going to forget cheating. Mother sighed, shaking her head. Do as you please, but it would be better to come to your senses. How are the children without a father? No one prevents him from communicating with them, but can see that he is not once called, has not come. What are you doing here? Anna once heard her husband's voice. I'm working, as you can see, she answered calmly. Woman, you work here? Did you purposely get a job here to follow me? Why would I follow you? I asked the eldest son. I will. Barely holding back tears, Anna promised. We'll go to a cafe. Order something delicious. Will we go to the park? Dennis, the middle son, asked enthusiastically. Today we can go to the park. Did you have a quarrel with Daddy and he won't come anymore? Looking seriously into his mother's eyes, Ilya asked again. He doesn't love us anymore. What are you? My little one. His mother hugged him. Daddy still loves you. He was angry with me. It had nothing to do with you. You know what? Anna said firmly. I'll call the cafe and make reservation. You guys get ready. The four of them walked a lot, visited an amusement park. Anna tried to keep her emotions in check, but her resentment toward her husband burst out. Then she turned away from the children and discreetly wiping away unsolicited tears. The days at work flashed by. The first time was very difficult. Elena Nikolaevna called every now and then and complained about the children. Anna was nervous and made mistakes, and in the evening, after feeding everyone, after reading a bedtime story, falling into bed, unable to even undress, she woke up in the middle of the night, made her bed, and dressed herself, and lay down again until morning. I've filed for divorce, Anna informed her mother. You'll have to wait. Don't you have any regrets? I try not to think about it. Of course, it's hard. After all, so many years together, but I'm not going to forget cheating. Mother sighed, shaking her head. Do as you please, but it would be better to come to your senses. How are the children without a father? No one prevents him from communicating with them, but can see that he is not once called, has not come. What are you doing here? Anna once heard her husband's voice. I'm working, as you can see, she answered calmly. Woman, you work here? Did you purposely get a job here to follow me? Why would I follow you? I think we've already figured out everything about us. We're waiting for a divorce. But why did you get a job at this particular firm? Hissed Andrei, barely containing his irritation and glancing stealingly at the employees who looked at them in amazement. If you care so much about this question, I'll answer it. Konstantin Yuryevich made concessions to me and accepted me on a part-time basis. If that's all you wanted to know, then I'll continue working. Quit here at once. I don't want everyone here to know you're my wife. Ex-wife, Anna corrected. Everyone who's supposed to know that I'm your ex-wife knows that I'm your ex-wife. If your mistress doesn't know, it's time to warn her, so there won't be any surprises. You'll regret it, Andrei threatened. I don't think so, Anna parried. I'm fine with everything here. You see, I don't even complain to anyone that you don't get money to support the children, as anyone would do in your place, a decent man. You won't, Andrei said through gritted teeth. Only after the divorce. You kicked me out, and it could have been same old thing. But you were not smart enough to realize it in time. The annoyed man left, and the woman sank into her thoughts. I was wrong about the paycheck. It's not enough. My husband won't pay alimony until there's a court order. But there's no way I'm to ask him for it. I'd rather starve myself. The conversation threw her off balance, but she'd already made some peace with the idea that she had to rely on herself. She realized that this meeting had to happen at some point, but it still left an unpleasant residue. That's it. Now, we are neither husband-wife, said Andrei cheerfully when they left the courtroom. I'm free. Tell me, Anna asked him. Don't you feel the least bit guilty about the meanness of what you have done to us? You made your own decision to break up. You could have pretended that you had seen nothing, and everything would have remained as it was. Perhaps the only thing I don't like about the whole thing is that you're working together with me. I don't think it's gonna last. You'll quit. The paychecks you're not much. You were counting on alimony. I warned you it wouldn't be much. It's no use appealing to my conscience. Enough. I've supported you for so many years. I don't want anything from you for myself, but you have to provide for the children. Everything is according to the law, and I respect the law. He laughed insolently and walked away. Anna clenched her teeth, but did not show any sign of pain. She knew that all her husband's reproaches were not true. She loved him. They had to gather from a simple manager to the head of the department, and never had a woman demanded more from him than he could give her. A week later, the doorbell rang in the evening. Anna was waiting for her mother and children from a walk, so she opened it immediately, not even to asking who's there. Lydia Vitalyevna? Anna was surprised to see her mother-in-law. Hello, Anna, she greeted irritably. Mercantile bitch. She attacked her former daughter-in-law from the doorstep. She threw her husband out. And you're siphoning money from him. Immediately refuse alimony. He is not obliged to pay you. He doesn't them to me, but to his children, whom he himself asked to give birth. He dreamed of becoming a father of many children. Only he didn't think he was taking on a big responsibility. Anya parried. I kicked him out of the house so the kids wouldn't see their father cheating. Supporting two families isn't easy. If he doesn't have enough for his mistress, that's his problem. He's a parent just me. What can you do without his money? You have children in the hope that you'll spend the rest of your life on his neck. Children are our common decision. Andre forced me to quit my job so I could take care of the house and the children. Don't blame me for that. He left you an apartment when he could have claimed a part of her. Yelled the mother-in-law. The apartment is mine. Andre has no right to it. You probably forgot that it was given to me by my parents for the wedding. So for his love affairs let him look for another place. He's made his choice. While you were at home, my son worked from morning till night. I always suspected you only wanted money from him. Ron, she said quietly. Anna muttered. I loved him and was faithful. He ruined everything. Now he doesn't even come to the children, and they are waiting. If he's sick of me, what does that have to do with the little ones? And he gave them up for his mistress. Don't use children as a cover. I'll make sure that his official salary is as low as possible, so that you don't get anything. I had it. One got a pittance. Let's see how you live with your brood. Why are you doing this to me? Anna asked tiredly. The conversation was beginning to bore her. They had never gotten along well with her mother-in-law, but today's conversation was the most unpleasant. I was hoping that you would make Andre come to his senses, help me, so I could help you. Lydia Vitalyevna laughed. Yes, my son only now felt a real family life. What did he see with you? Diapers, snotty noses, sleepless nights, a wife who meets in a laundered robe or in a stretched t-shirt. Now he's got a real woman by his side. You're no match for her, and you'll regret kicking him out. You'll come crawling back in no time. But I don't think so, Anna said, and pointed to the door. She was fed up with the insults her mother-in-law was hurling at her. Get out of my house before I call the police. I don't want to hear or see you or your son again. Damn you, you'll be sorry if you don't give up child support. Anna closed the door. Lydia Vitalyevna's angry words still sounded in her ears. After all, we were really happy with Andre, she thought. Why does it now look like me and the kids are the reason he cheated? Are you upset about something? The mother asked her mother, returning from a walk with the children. My mother-in-law came by. What does she want from you? She wants me to give up alimony. Dear asshole. How could she think of such an idea? Good thing the guys didn't hear her screaming in here. Mommy, Anna cried. It's very hard for me. I don't understand why they are doing this to me. Why do they think I lived with Andre for money? Lydia Vitalyevna reproached me even for the fact that I had children on purpose to avoid working. But I am a good specialist and had children by the man I love. Don't worry, everything will work out. I have you smart, beautiful. You will meet a real man. Elena Nikolaevna reassured her daughter. She felt sorry for her, supported her, saw how difficult it was for her now. What are you talking about? The young woman smiled sadly. Who needs me with 3 children? And I don't need anyone. It's good that I have you. She hugged her mother, pressed herself against her, as in her childhood, when she was looking for protection. You're so pale. You've lost weight. Her mother pitied her. Of course, to go through such a thing. All the juices they drank out of you. Anna smiled sadly. She was ashamed to admit to her mother that she was simply starving, so that the children could have everything as before. She was desperately of money. She had to save on herself, but she dared not ask for help, because then she would have to sign her own name. Inconsistencies. We just have to be patient until the end of probation, she reassured herself. 2 months later, one by one, the children were given a place in the kindergarten. A month after the youngest child started kindergarten, Anna went to work full-time. Anna Shemayanovna, her secretary, called her. Konstantin Yuryevich is calling you to myself. Anna entered the boss's office with fear. Hello. Have a seat. The man noted to himself that Anna had changed a lot in 3 months. Her face looked haggard, her eyes were faded, but she was still attractive. He admired her. I have invited you here to inform you that we have decided to hire you on a permanent basis. The probation period is over, so your salary will increase accordingly. When he voiced the amount, Anna fainted with excitement. Lena, Konstantin shouted to the secretary. A doctor urgently. Anna Shemayanovna, what's the matter with you? I took her to the couch and did the buttons of her blouse, opened the window. He sat down beside her and took her hand in his. Her thin palm sank into the strong man's hands. Do not interfere. The doctor took him away from the woman. Better yet, all of you leave the room. My darling, the doctor spoke affectionately when he saw that the woman had regained consciousness. Why did you give us such a fright? When was the last time you ate well and rested well? You're suffering from nervous exhaustion. You should work less and get more fresh air. You've driven yourself completely up the wall. I should advise Konstantin Yuryevich to take care of his staff. He joked. What happened to me? Anxiously looking at the unfamiliar man in the white coat, Anna asked. I don't remember anything. You fainted, but there is no danger now. I will ask Konstantin Yuryevich to have you sent home. No. No, objected the woman and tried to get up. She felt dizzy and leaned helplessly back on the pillow. I feel much better now. I'll lie down a little longer and I'll be all right. The doctor came out. She has regained consciousness, he informed the chief, but I have a suspicion that she fainted from hunger. How? Konstantin was surprised. Why? Well, that's for you to ask her. For my part, I can only advise you to feed her well and send her home. She's got a lot of nerve. Let her rest for a couple of days, and then I'd check her again. Prescribe some vitamins. And another thing. He nodded thoughtfully on the rim of his glasses, looking at the chief with myopic eyes. We should find out what caused the nervous breakdown. I don't like her. I don't want her to end up in the hospital. Does she have kids? 3. All of them that serious. I can't assess it right away. I have to observe it. I understand. I'll do everything. Konstantin nodded and entered the office. You scared me. He looked at the woman sympathetically. The doctor said to send her home. I'm much better now. She sat up, feeling a little dizzy. She was embarrassed that she had fainted right in front of her boss. He'll fire me again. The woman thought fearfully and said aloud. Shall I go then? You're not going anywhere. I'll call a car now and walk you home. I'll get there myself. Why walk me home? She looked apprehensively at the man, who was quite determined. Lena, the car for me. Konstantin ordered, listening to no objections. Get ready. I'm waiting downstairs, sternly commanded he, and looked so that Anna was afraid to object. 10 minutes later they were in the car. Misha, stop at the wave, the man asked softly. He opened the door in front of Anna and put up his hand, inviting her to get out. Why are we going to a restaurant? Wondered the woman. You ask a lot of questions. He answered evasively and led her into the hall. We have a set lunch. Konstantin addressed the waiter. Have a seat. He pointed to the table. We'll just eat with you. He glanced at his watch. I'm on schedule for lunchtime. Would you mind keeping me company? Konstantin looked merrily at his companion. He was amused by the woman's confusion. Well, tell me. He told me, and the table was set. About what? Anna looked at him incomprehensibly. Why did you have a nervous? I didn't have a nervous breakdown. I just felt bad. Don't you have such a thing? She looked defiantly into the eyes of this handsome man, and immediately averted them, embarrassed, blushing. Doesn't. And the doctor also said you're starving faint. Why are you starving? I want to know what is happening my employees. The prosperity of the firm depends on it. Tell me. And where does your husband work? Why isn't he helping? I'll find out anyway. But I'll have to involve people, so you'd better tell me yourself. My husband works at your firm. We divorced 3 months ago. Let's say it happens. Did you have a hard time with the divorce? Yes, painfully. Anna held on with all her might to keep from crying. Go on. Go on. Why do I have to squeeze you information to pull out? Konstantin felt a muffled irritation rise up inside at the strange man who had abandoned this lovely woman. Is he helping out? Does he pay alimony, or did they agree on some amount? Pays alimony, but not much, because his salary is gray in your company. Why did you get divorced? Didn't see eye to eye. He had another woman. Anna's strength left her, and she cried. Tears rolled down her cheeks in hail. She sobbed, trying to control her emotions, but it didn't work. Too much had happened lately. Too long she'd been holding it all in. Shit, Konstantin burst out. I apologize for bringing you to tears with my questioning. He realized he was interested in this woman for a reason. He had liked her back when he had first seen her in his office. What's the husband's name? Andrei, Anna answered quietly, still sobbing. It looks like what happened to you today is my fault, too. What's your fault? The woman tried to smile. I take it you deliberately denied yourself everything so the children wouldn't be hungry. The woman remained silent, afraid to look him in the eye. Is there anyone to help you? My mom. I told you, she helps with the children. I get it. I think your financial situation will improve. I'm already very grateful for the amount of money I'll be receiving now. Konstantin glanced at his watch. We should go. Mikhail will drive. Wherever you say. I'll take a cab. Maybe I better take a cab. Anna stammered and immediately stopped talking when she met the boss's firm gaze. Why are you so early? Have you been crying? Did something happen? Elena Nikolaevna pelted her daughter with questions. You look very bad. Are you sick? Mommy, can I lie down? Anna asked in a weak voice. I sick at work. They let me go home. I'll rest a bit. You poor thing. The mother shook her head, covered her daughter with a plaid and went quietly into the kitchen so as not to disturb her. Anna lay her eyes closed. Imagination drew the face of the chief, thick, dark, as raven-wing hair, arranged in a model haircut, the inquisitive gaze of searing brown eyes so dark that no pupil was visible, a thin, straight nose and a stubborn chin with a cute dimple in the middle. The woman smiled, remembering how frightened he'd been when she'd fainted. What are you thinking about? Anna suddenly realized. Your marital bed is not yet cold, and you are already looking at another. At last, a good night's sleep fell upon her. Andrei, Konstantin Yurievich requires you to himself, said the secretary. Do you know what it's about? The man got nervous. He did not like to be in the office of the chief, because it was usually invited there to give a beating. No. She shook her head the girl's head. He did not voice the reason. Hello, Konstantin Yurievich, Andrei said, in a voice trembling with excitement. His hands were sweating. He discreetly wiped his palms on his hands, but it didn't help much. Moisture formed under his nose. The man took a handkerchief out of his jacket pocket and wiped away a few drops of sweat. Pulling himself, he looked questioningly at his boss. Have a seat. After all, the chief did not bode well. Andrei, I got even more nervous, trying to remember or I'd made a mistake. Andrei, I have a few questions. They may seem strange, but your further stay in the center depends on how truthful your answers will be. Of our company. The man's heart sank into his heels. What had I done wrong? He was at a loss to know. There had been no remarks. I'm listening to you, Andrei mumbled. Are you married? Squealed the bitch. Immediately thought the exhaustion and felt more confident, hoping for male solidarity. Divorced. Just a few months ago. Why divorced? Well, it's a personal matter. I would not like to discuss this question. Andrei tensed again, trying to understand what the whole conversation was about. I asked you to answer truthfully, Konstantin said irritably. You must understand me, the man said, ingratiatingly. His wife stopped looking after herself, turned into a sock. She was ashamed to be seen in public. Besides, she turned out to be mercantile. She was only interested in my money. He was silent, but when he met with a heavy, not at the boding glance of his superior, confessed. Yes, I have fallen in love with someone else. But I am a man. I want the attention of a young girl. And Polina is beautiful, charming, always in uniform. You, as a man to a man, must understand me. I owe you nothing, Konstantin answered deftly. But you owe yours to your ex-wife. As far as I know, you left her with 3 small children. But I pay alimony. Andrei excused himself. It's all according to the law. Yes. Legally there are no claims against yourself. But in conscience, you know that the other day your ex-wife fainted from nervous exhaustion because she doesn't know how to support the children on a pittance you legally pay her. But I have to live on something too. I've learned some interesting things about you here. The man squinted his eyes at the frightened Andrei. It turns out that you took a car on credit for your mistress. So what? I have the right. She's my new family. Anna also has a car. Listen to me, you half-baked Casanova. Konstantin reached across the table and grabbed Andrei by the tie and pulled him toward him. You will now calculate the amount owed to Anna from her total paycheck and reimburse everything you owe in alimony since the divorce. He let the startled subordinate go, barely catching his breath. If I find out you haven't done that, and I'll be sure to check, you can look for a new job. Just be warned, I'll do my best to make sure you don't even get hired as a manager in a decent firm. Do I make myself perfectly clear? Yes, I hear you. Stammering with fear, Andre muttered, won't you tell me you've awakened your conscience? Don't you dare say that I insisted. Go to work. Pathetic. Frightened to death, the man returned to his room. His colleagues paid no attention to him, and he didn't know what to do. The amount of the loan was decent, but he also could not fulfill the orders of the boss. 2 days later, Anna was puzzled listening to the confused speech of her ex-husband, who mumbled under his nose, trying to explain his noble impulse. Anechka, forgive me. Please. I've thought it over and found it necessary to pay child support from my entire salary. I feel responsible for my decision to leave you with the kids, so I think it's right to support you in every way possible so that you don't need anything. Andre, I can't believe you're saying this. Surprised woman. And it's very noble of you to do so. If you want to hang out with the kids, come over any time we're home. I already told you I won't mind. Whatever happens between us, you're their father. They love you. She looked gratefully at her ex-husband, still not fully believing that now she wouldn't have to save money to feed her children. She would be very surprised if she knew the true background of Andre's broad gesture. Mom, not understanding what had happened to Andre, but it's a miracle, recounted the evening to Elena Nikolaevna. With such a salary and alimony, we'll have a great life. And I always knew that Andre was a good man, said the mother. Only he's confused. Maybe the divorce was for nothing. She asked hopefully, if he wants to come back, don't say no. Let's not touch the subject of divorce. Anna cut her off. This page I have already turned. I want to prove to Andre and my mother-in-law that I lived with him for love, not money, and I'm perfectly capable of earning my own money. They both forgot I was worth something before I settled down with the kids. Honey, when can I pick up my car from the dealership? You promised a week ago. Polina pouted capriciously. She watched her lover eating dinner and did not understand why he did not notice her fresh manicure and a new silk robe, the open edges of which revealed seductive tan legs. You've been promising all week. Listen. Andre nervously tapped his fork on the edge of the plate. In the near future, we cannot do it. The girl in staring at him in bewilderment. Tell me, were you joking just now? No. The man threw his fork on the table, clasped his hands together and looked at his friend carefully. I can't buy you a car. I don't have the money. But you promised. Polina looked at him incomprehensibly and was ready to use my favorite method of beating him out of gifts. To cry. Tears were already welling up in her eyes. Don't you love me anymore? What are you saying? Andre grabbed the girl's hand, kissed the back of her palm, saying conciliatory words. I can't right now. You'll have to be patient. I'm in financial trouble. What's wrong? Polina pulled her hand out, grudgingly. I've already told everyone and know that I'll soon be driving a new car. Do you realize what a stupid situation you've put me in? How am I going to show my face in polite society? Everyone will laugh at me. She pulled on her robe defiantly. And anyway, you said it would be my wedding present. You changed your mind about marrying me. What are you? No, of course not. He was quiet. Something happened the other day. Why don't you tell me if I can help? I probably didn't tell you that my ex-girlfriend works at our company. Well, she found an advocate in my boss. She cried to him that I was paying little alimony. Andre looked at Polina. He promised to fire me if I didn't pay from my entire salary. How awful. But it's illegal. Illegal. But I have to, or he will write me a Volf ticket. I had to obey. But, my dear. He put his hands on his chest, pleadingly. We have to be patient for a little while. I'll figure something out, and we'll get you a car. I promise. At least a new dress I can afford to buy. Andre blushed. Not now. I'm sorry. Don't be angry. I'll take a part-time job. I'll taxi at night and earn money. Believe me. I'll do anything for you, my love. He grabbed her hand again and kissed her passionately. Let's go to the bedroom. I can't wait to make love to you. I think you'd better lie down in the living room tonight, Polina said resentfully. Don't be such a little girl. It's only temporary. You'll sleep on the sofa, temporarily. She angrily slammed the door to the room in front of her stunned lover. I don't get it. What's a workplace vacation? Andrei heard Konstantin's disgruntled voice above his ear. Why are the clothes wrinkled? What's with the look? No decent customer will tolerate a department head who just got out of a dumpster. Get yourself up at once. Yes. Yes. Andrei jumped in. Please apologize. Don't you spend the night at home? I drive a cab at night. I didn't have time to change. I promise it won't happen again. A young mistress is more expensive than the maintenance of a wife and 3 children. Konstantin grinned. Andrei blushed, but said nothing. He was confused. At home, Polina demanded money, and her salary had noticeably decreased. To satisfy all the whims of his mistress, the man got a job in a cab. Honey, I missed you. You're not home all the time. She reproached him. You come sweaty. You always stink of something. I can't remember the last time we made love. You're always complaining that you're tired. Pauline, I have to work hard so you can have everything but you still couldn't buy me a car. The girl took offense. No money. Sorry, you always have no money. When we started dating, you promised we could travel all over the world, and now I have to stay home alone. I can't remember the last time we went to a restaurant. I'm sick of you not paying attention to me at all. Maybe you've fallen out of love with me. What are you? My love. Everything I do for you. The girl smiled slyly. I saw a chain of white and yellow gold at the salon. It's the first time I've ever seen it. It goes perfectly with my new dress. You'll buy it for me, won't you? The seductress lay down on the bed, exposing her slender legs. Not now. You'll wait a bit. Pauline pouted her puffy lips, showing with all her appearance that she was disappointed in him. She waiting for her lover to go to bed. Darling, hold me. I've been waiting all day to touch you. She opened her robe as if unintentionally. Kiss me. The girl reached out to Andrew. Pauline, I'm so tired. Today the boss yelled at me. Let's sleep. He turned away from the girl, falling into a blissful sleep. Polina looked disappointedly at her snoring lover. Andrei had just passed out. Ooh, how boring you are. Offensively turning her back to him, the girl spoke. Where is my breakfast? Andrei asked irritably. He was in a hurry. He wanted to fulfill the order in the cab before work. Polina, I warned you that I was used to every morning loading. Please wait. Good. The sudden encounter took the woman by surprise, though thoughts of her boss visited her from time to time. She remembered how attentive he'd been when she'd gotten sick. What does he want from me? Tormented by the unknown, she asked herself. Worried, she opened the door. I'm listening to you. Sit down. Konstantin hopped up and offered a chair. Wanted to see how you were doing. All fine, the woman said, revitalized. Now I have no financial problems at all. I don't know what moved Andrei, but he started paying good alimony. If you knew who caused it. Grinned to himself, the man said aloud. I'm happy for you. By the way, I'd like to switch to a first-name basis with you. After all, I saved your life in a way. He scorched Anna with a searing look of brown eyes, which made her heart beat frantically. How about it? Do you accept? I don't know. I don't know. Confused, the woman replied. Is it convenient to use you your boss? It is, because then I can invite you to the restaurant. He was amused to see Anna's face flush with color. I wanted to do that from the very first minute I saw you at the interview. You don't believe me. The woman looked at Konstantin in amazement. It was hard to call our last trip to the restaurant a date, but the next one, I hope, will be pleasant. So you agree to keep me company? You're embarrassing me. Anna didn't know what to say to such an unexpected offer. We're on a first-name basis, she reminded him. Interlocutor, I don't see any obstacles. You are free from any obligation. I am free. What can interfere with our communication? I am your subordinate, the woman said quietly, afraid to raise her eyes to Konstantin. Then in her gaze he would read a very different answer. Anya, look at me, the man asked, meeting her eyes, assured. We're not doing anything wrong, believe me. Where else can a man and a woman get to know each other than at work? We'll just sit in the restaurant, talk, and we won't violate any corporate ethics, if that bothers you. Is that okay with you? I'm not sure that is a good idea, especially since I have to pick up my kids from daycare after work. My mom, I'm afraid, won't agree. The kids are often sick, and she has to sit with them. But you need to rest too, at least once in a while. The man disagreed. Do you want me to talk to your mom myself? No. Anna firmly rejected his help. I'll do it myself. So you'll do it? Caught her off guard Konstantin. I'll try, the woman said, embarrassedly. But I won't promise anything. Mommy, Selenia Nikolaevna threw her daughter around her neck. I'm so happy. Did I miss something? Asked the mother in surprise. I think I'm in love. Really? And who is he? My boss. He is a beautiful name, Konstantin. Oh, my daughter. Elena Nikolaevna shook her head sadly. How could he not break your heart? He's not like that. He is kind, intelligent. Andrei was also at first a man of war and deed. As a result, she stayed on the broads. Why did you do that? Anya frowned. I'm grateful to Kostya for hiring me with no experience and small children. Another employer would have turned me down, but he didn't. There's no telling what drove him. He'll seduce you and then dump you and fire you on top of that. They're all like that. They get what they want and then pretend they don't know. Before you can recover from your husband's betrayal, you're ready to open your heart to another man. I believe that alone is difficult. But wait, get to know him well. Find out what kind of man he is. Mom, he asked me out. Anna looked at her mother questioningly. Will you take care of the children? There's no other way to get to know him. I hardly ever see him at work. Oh. Okay. Elena Nikolaevna looked sadly at her daughter. Whatever happens, I'll look after her. For the kids. Thank you, Mommy. Anna hugged and kissed her mother. Anya, you're very beautiful today, Konstantin said with a smile. Looking at the woman, she was wearing a modest black dress, which suited her well. Her breasts were adorned with a string of pearls, and the same earrings were inserted in her ears. Nothing superfluous, everything extremely modest. Her blonde hair lay loosely on her shoulders. A glass of wine. The man looked questioningly at his guest. She nodded in agreement. She turned her attention to the wedding ring mark on Konstantin's hand. He noticed her gaze. I was married. He poured the wine, raised his glass. I suggest we drink to getting to know each other. Anya laughed. An unusual toast, considering I've been working for you for 6 months. But getting to know each other at work isn't the same. I want to know as much about you as possible. I like you. I think about you all the time. I didn't know how because I'm privy to your family's history. He was quiet. My wife is nothing you. She's more like your husband's mistress. You're homely, cozy, probably a good cook. That's a dubious compliment. Andrei reproached me those qualities. Your Andrei is a fool for cheating on you. Konstantin frowned. I lack the warmth of the soul. She was interested in bars, restaurants, nightclubs. At home, she always kept as if there were TV cameras everywhere. She's a photo model, by the way, and quite successful. I'm surprised she agreed to have children. You have children too, Anya. You and we agreed to use the first name. Sorry, I can't get used to it. You don't eat anything. Who did the kids stay with? Their mother. We separated peacefully, so I can see them anytime. He took a photo out of his wallet and handed it to the woman. She's beautiful. Anna looked at the photo with interest. If they were both successful, why did they split up? I didn't always have I have now. There was a time when my wife earned more than I did. The firm was just starting to grow. Investment. She didn't want to wait. She wanted it all at once. As a result, there was someone who offered more. A man in her circle. And you let her go so easily. Why torture each? He shrugged. We've talked. We've discussed everything. No one's resentful of anyone. It ready for my husband to cheat on me. It's not something you can be ready. Konstantin objected. Treason catches up suddenly. Everything. He resolutely interrupted the unpleasant conversation. Let's not indulge in any more reminiscences. I want to talk about us. Anya, I realize that not much time has passed since your divorce, but I'm sorry to waste even minute of my life without you. The woman looked fearfully at the man. I'm going to be very brief. Marry me. The unexpected proposal shocked Anna. No. I can't. She got worried. I have children. What am I going to tell them? They love their father. And you. Konstantin looked at the woman expectantly. Do you still love him too? I don't know, she admitted honestly. At first I just wanted to die without him, especially at night. Then the pain dulled and there was anger. I wanted to break off all relations with him, not to see or hear him. I hated all men. I saw a traitor in every man. Am I a traitor in your eyes, too? No. She smiled. Do you like me even a little? If I have the slightest chance, I'll wait until you like me. Your heart will thaw. I like you. She looked warmly at Konstantin. But you need to learn to trust men again. Believe me. Men like your Andrei are isolated specimens. Let's not in a hurry. You haven't said no to me. I'm willing to wait, but not for long. I respect your feelings, so I'm giving you carte blanche. Agreed. After the meeting at the restaurant, Anna's life changed. She felt Konstantin's invisible presence all the time. He often ran into their office, asked about some trifles, gave trinkets, as if casually trying to touch her. I think my colleagues guessed that you're a I am not indifferent to you, Anna smilingly informed Konstantin one evening. When, unable to part, they were sitting in his car and talking. The whole female half of the company thinks you unapproachable. I'm afraid they're going to get jealous of me soon. They'd be very surprised that I still haven't kissed you once. The woman laughed embarrassedly. Anechka, Konstantin took her hand carefully, so as not to frighten her. My heart is always with you. All my thoughts are about you. He stared intently into her eyes, trying to figure out what she was thinking. Then he kissed her lightly. She didn't look away. Then the man pressed his lips to hers, hugged her tightly, trying to convey the full force of his feelings. I love you. I'm looking forward to meeting your family. And Mom is waiting for you to come to us, too, Anna answered quietly. On Sunday, Konstantin sat at the table, and 3 pairs of children's eyes looked at him attentively. Guys, meet, this is Konstantin Yurievich, my good friend. Why so formal? Objected the man. Can I just say Uncle Kostya? I have a dacha outside the city, near the lake. I invite you to visit. Will you come? He looked hopefully at Anna. With pleasure. She smiled. The next weekend the whole family vacationed at the cottage. They swam, and at evening dawn they fished. Thank you for the children. With gratitude said Anna, sitting next to Konstantin on the porch of the cottage. I have never seen them so happy. And my mother no longer looks at you as enemy of the people. Will you marry me now? Konstantin asked and took a gold ring out of his pocket. He put it on the finger of the embarrassed woman and kissed her. Yes. She exhaled. Tears of happiness came to her eyes. I love you and I want to be your wife, my love. Konstantin hugged her tightly and kissed her. So Anne would sit with you, embraced, all my life. Hello. She heard a familiar voice nearby one day. Can we talk? Sorry, Andre, I have a lot of work to do, and there's half an hour left before the end of the day. Anya replied, without raising his head. Shall we have dinner together then? Andre didn't leave. Anna raised her head and looked at her ex-husband. He looked tired and shabby. She knew his mistress had left him. Rumors had been flying around the office for 2 weeks. What? Your blonde girlfriend dumped you? The woman grinned. Have you heard? He grinned wryly. Such news travels fast, you know. Are you happy? What makes you say that? I don't care. Anechka, I am not here to fight. I'm here to make peace. I want to come back to you, to the children. I confess I've been unfair to you. What's that I hear? Have you suddenly realized that you can live with Klusha, too? I did not call you that. Andrew blushed. Well, and did not pull back your mistress when she insulted me in front of you. The woman objected harshly. I really missed you. He tried to grab her hand, but Anya squeamishly waved him away. Andre's gaze fell on his ex-wife's ring finger. He raised his eyes to her, blazing with envy, anger, despair. All feelings mingled in his mind. Ah, that's why you're rejecting me, he shouted in such a way that his colleagues began to grudgingly to look around. You're already mixed up with someone else, skank. What right do you have to yell at me, especially in front of strangers? Who am I to you? No one. I can live my life the I want without having to answer to you. You've been quick to replace me. What? Did you meet someone richer? You're so mercenary, aren't you? Mom was right. Have you thought about the children? What will they be like with someone else's man? Did you think about the kids when you cheated on them? Me? Anna parried. Unlike you, I'm a free woman. I remind you of that, in case you've forgotten. If you had come to me 6 months ago you would have been tired, Anna said. I would have accepted you gladly. But now everything is different. I realize I don't love you anymore. And neither do you. I don't understand why decided that I'd be your backup airfield for the rest of your life. How long would you have stayed with us? Until the next pretty girl. A man, once upon a time, who betrayed you will do it again and again. And the kids don't need you. They waited for you every day when you first left us. And then they stopped, because daddy was more important to roll around in bed with a young mistress. Anechka, I'm sorry. I'm wrong all around. I admit it. Andre humiliatingly again tried to grab her hand, to kiss her. I'm a fool. Too late to realize who I lost. Give me a chance. I'll fix everything. Just listen to me. And let's meet. Just do not here. He looked around cowardly. Let's have lunch together tomorrow, if you're busy today. Don't refuse me. Please, I beg you. For the sake of our children. Come on, we'll talk. No. Andre, we won't talk and we won't have lunch. Anna pulled her arm out tiredly. There is no more room in my heart for you. You've been too mean to me. If you need my forgiveness, know that I forgave you long ago. Also, there is another man in my life now, and there is no room for you. The kids have grown to love him like family. Don't hope to get me back. It's useless anyway. Odd. So that's how you are with me, shouted the not entirely angry Andre. Don't you need me now? Who's the man who took my family away from me? It's me. He heard a voice behind him. Man turned to the speaker. The man went cold. In front of him stood Konstantin Yurievich, his boss. But I didn't take away your wife or children. You left them yourself, so there can be no claims against me. Darling, he turned to Anna. You are free. Can we go home? The woman nodded, barely holding back her tears. She was trembling with excitement over an unpleasant conversation with her ex-husband. Konstantin put his arm around her, reassuring her. Let's go then. The woman picked up her purse and walked, taking Konstantin under her arm. You'll be sorry. Andre threw back at them. I won't leave it like that. Konstantin turned slowly toward him. It is I who will not leave you to work in the firm. We don't need scandalizers. You demoralize the team, and this affects the quality of work. Tomorrow you'll collect the documents. You're fired. The man walked toward the exit, then turned around again. By the way, I won't fire you under the article. Liv, you don't have to thank me. Andre cursed them in impotent anger, but Konstantin and Anna did not hear him, enjoying their newfound happiness.